Hello everyone, this is Kris Keys and I'm going to show you how to paint a flower using inks in literally less than 3 minutes. So I'm using Strathmore watercolor paper and inks. I'm using a wet to wet technique and I'm just painting the abstract flower. I am putting down my water in the shape of sort of like a mum flower, and I'm dipping my brush in red ink by Aercolor, and I'm going to place the red ink towards the bottom of the flower, towards the bottom of the flower petals, and just lightly stroke my brush towards the top. Alright, so I'm going to do an alternating pattern going from top to bottom, bottom to top, taking the paintbrush, and this is a Japanese calligraphy brush with wolf hair, and I'll leave a link in the description box for the brush if you're interested in purchasing it. But I'm doing a few strokes on the tip of my brush and a few on the side of my brush, so I'm just getting different widths of lines, different textures. You can see that the water is starting to spread a little bit. This Strathmore paper is a thin paper, so I'm not going to put down too much water because the paper will start to ripple and crinkle and peel. But if you want to use more water, use a heavier watercolor paper. I always suggest using Arches watercolor paper in 300 GSM. Alright, so you can see that the base of our flower is pretty much, well, not the base, but the flower petals are pretty much finished. And you can also add a few more colors. I'm just going to stick with red, and you can see that even though we only did one color of red, you're still getting shadows and different tones of this red. It's almost like a crimson, an oxblood, a lobster red, and then a true red. Okay, so for the stem, I'm taking another brush, putting down water just for my stem, and I'm just going to drip a little bit of black ink on the stem and allow it to spread to the leaves, allow it to spread up to the flower petals. I'll give it a little bit of help. This is a black ink, Asumi ink by Yasutamo, and it's really nice. Alright, so you can see that the black ink has started to spread to the flower petals. I'm going to put a little bit more black ink. Also, when you're using a thinner watercolor paper, the inks and things tend to dry a little bit lighter. But this is our finished flower. I added a little bit of white gouache paint, and there you have it, a flower in less than 3 minutes. Thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and more tutorials on using water soluble mediums, and I will see you next week. Ciao.